so it's like a kind of a two-parter from Clay that I thought was really good about mulligans.
Yeah.
So, first one is, and this is kind of related to the metagame project. So he was just asking, like, if the data shows the first player has such a significant advantage, and I would say 6% just based off of your seat order is pretty significant. How then should that affect mulliganing decisions for player 3 or 4? Part 2 of that question is, if player 3 or 4 are already assumed to be mulliganing correctly for the deck representing in their pod, then what does the data show regarding these mulligan decisions? Part 2A, does data indicate player 3 or 4 are trending towards keeping greedy hands, slow hands, safe hands, blah, 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 blah. So I'm not sure if we can answer the last half of that.
Yeah, I don't think we can answer question 2 because I don't track mulligans. If I did, I would feel much more comfortable answering that question. But because I don't, it's hard to determine like if they are or are not keeping them. That being said, I would hazard a guess that there may be some evidence to suggest that there may be a certain level of aggressive mulligans from players in seats 3 and 4 on certain decks. Not every deck, but on certain decks, which could help explain, like what you were talking about earlier, with that spike in player 3's win rate on turn 3 or whatever it is. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But that's entirely conjecture. Like, that could be completely 100% wrong.
So I don't necessarily know on the data, but I do know that when I'm in ladder seats, I will definitely pitch hands that don't have interaction. And definitely pitch hands that don't have interaction that I can have online by my turn 2. I'm not going to mulligan, like I personally am not going to mulligan myself into oblivion just so I can have a force of will when there's like, it's just sometimes you just gotta just roll with it, like, and just hope they don't have the turn 2 win. I'm not saying that's always the case. I'm just saying if I have a hand that's reasonable from turn 2 forward, I'm not going to pitch it just because, like, it's not good until I untap on turn 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Plus,
I think a lot of it's...
Go ahead.
Good. I think a lot of it's dependent on your deck and on what other people are playing. Like, I think mulligan decisions are going to be very different if you are the only blue player at a table compared to if all 3 players in front of you are playing blue as well. Like, if I'm reasonably sure that somebody else is probably going to have some interaction, I might not mulligan as aggressively for interaction and might get greedier. If I think that I'm going to need to play table police a little bit, I might take a much more cautious approach to trying to make sure that my hand can do that.
Yeah, within reason. Is the standard way to reveal commanders before mulligans on MTGO? So I don't really like...
I think it is. I think it's actually... Give me a second. I'm going to look this up because I think it's in the commander rules.
While he's looking, I don't know officially. I do definitely call out people if they switch decks after, like, they know what's going on. I'm gonna play this thing that plays really well into this pod all of the sudden magically. Like, I will call people on that. But oftentimes just generally what happens is people kind of jam whatever they got, and then they kind of rotate decks after a couple games. Like, so it kind of, the matchup variance kind of just sorts itself out. Most of the tournament, like most of the event style things that I play in, the commanders are known ahead of time. Like, you just know because everybody submits their list, or it's open list. Like, everybody can just kind of, because we play online and, like, you know, people still play things like Praetor's Grasp because they're animals. You have to have a deck list typed up. I mean, I'm not saying I don't play it, but I'm definitely like, I'm looking for any reason to cut it, especially over webcam, because it's a pain in the ass. Oh man, doing PG.
Really,
it's not that bad. It's just kind of, it's like, send me your list. I'm going to pick out the 3 or 4 best cards I want. Do I see these in your deck? No, yes. Do I see these cards? No, yes. Whatever. You know what I mean? Grenzo over webcam? I ain't never seen nobody play Grenzo. Not in like 3 years. Unfortunately. So
but while I'm looking,
I've played Grenzo on webcam. It's not bad. Oh, do you mean red? That's probably mono red Grenzo, not red black Grenzo.
Oh,
mono red Grenzo, yes, pain in the butt.
Oh yeah, that's like playing Paco over webcam, or Ragavan.
Oh, everybody loves Monkey. And
I mean, I'm on the raggedy ass bandwagon. I'm gonna rock.
Everybody loves Monkey.
That's what I'm calling raggedy ass.
Everybody has rejected modernity. Everybody has returned to Monkey, and it's gonna be a mess. Oh my god.
Treasure Monkey. Can you imagine? Oh, mono red Grenzo. Yeah. That's a hot fucking mess. That's for sure. No question about that. Like, that is not even like something to like pretend.
All right. I found the answer to the question about revealing commanders.
Okay.
Comprehensive rule 103.2c.
Oh, fuck.
In a commander game, each player puts their commander from their deck face up into the command zone after having the opportunity to reveal a card with a companion ability and before shuffling. So not only just before mulligans, but before you even shuffle your deck, your commander should be revealed, according to the Magic comprehensive rules.
Okay.
So there's your answer. Ta-da!
There's your answer, Ryan. You got it. J. Rye, you got an answer.
That is funny, though, that MTGO doesn't do it that way then.
MTGO is a house of twigs and spit. Like, it's...
held together with bubblegum and shoestring.
Basically, yes.
All right.
MTGO is the lasting legacy of the fact that Wizards does not pay its people who work in digital nearly enough. I don't even think they pay market rate. So, yeah.
No, they don't. That's why they always keep getting contractors who are fresh out of college and then they quit.
Yeah. Or they hire people who they believe will stick with the company because they love the game, and then they burn them out because it turns out that if you love something and you start working in it a whole bunch and it turns out to be really awful, you lose your love for it.
Kind of like my ex-wife.
Woof. 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 Oh,
wow.
70s sitcom humor up in here.
To the moon, Alice. To the moon.
He gets no respect.
Yeah, no respect. All right. You guys want to move on to the next one?